Brought to you by GTA, your island, your network.
It's a shocking statistic. According to the Guam Coalition Against Sexual Assault and Family Violence, Guam has the second highest rate of rape in the nation. That's an estimated 64.2 rapes per 100,000 people. Even so, Nina Husef from the National Organization of Asians and Pacific Islanders Ending Sexual Violence says that's not even a true representation of the numbers.
Why, especially in Guam? Because if we talk about sexual violence, there is always this underreporting. There is no sense, there is no talk about like overreporting. It's always underreporting.
Yusuf is the featured speaker in Tuesday's 2017 No More Conference, hosted by the Guam Coalition Against Sexual Assault and Family Violence. Part of the problem, she says, is that we pick and choose how we talk about our history. History books often refer to the war, but seldom talk of the sexual assaults and atrocities.
People are not open to talk about sexual violence in a sense. It's still taboo in the community.
According to Yusuf, we're doing it all wrong. Instead of protecting the victim, we're protecting the perpetrator. This is often evident in situations where the victim and the perpetrator live in the same home. The same can be said for the allegations of sexual assault made against church clergy in the last year. To date, 15 former altar boys have filed suit against the Archdiocese of Agana for sexual abuse that occurred decades ago.
Said if a young woman assaulted by say an uncle and they live in the same place because a lot of people share the house. So if she said I was assaulted, who will believe? But then at the same time, said people share a house because of the economy. So so we cannot really look into this sexual violence just as the sexual violence, but you have to look into the intersection of the geopolitics, economy, and then the violence itself, and then the immigration, and then the historical trauma. So there is this web that we need to kind of like tease out, to kind of like figure out what is actually happened.
Her advice to today's participants:
listen. Really listen, because the difference is when you work with the domestic violence survivors, you have something to offer, right? You can do restraining order, you can move, you can many different things. But for the sexual violence survivor, the goal is healing, just one. And sometimes you have nothing to offer other than just be there and listen and believe the person. And it can be a woman, it can be a man, it can be youth, it can be children.
Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Crystal Paco.
Brought to you by GTA, your island, your network.